不知道是真的哑巴还是假的。
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
需要魅惑等级2，所以我的魅惑等级是可以提高的诶。
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
直接在他面前偷他的钱。
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
人真大方。
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Tell me Who is she? You say...
Well...
I... Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Goodbye, Mr.
2，还有支气管炎。我先把这里的门打开。偷他们这里的东西。但是不太好，人家这里也是要救人的，然后我们把他的那个瓶子都拿走。
I need help.
看好。
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
我怎么知道？哦，这样子啊。
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor.
Ah!
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
What?
I can't see.
我要选哪个？我觉得，我缝这个跟
Yes. Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
What?
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him.
但还是可以。
We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
原来是肾上腺素吗？我不知道。哇！哇！我怎么知道啊？
We've lost the pulse. He's...
来，不行不行。是，我怎么知道啊？来，重来，我不管。趁他们对话还没结束，应该有机会。是，我想说肾上腺素一打，他可能太兴奋，然后血更继续喷呢。
Hello, Mr.
Hello.
这里的对话就快速略过了。哇！我还拿他的保险箱。
Yes? I do.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
哦，这也不用。还好只有剧情重来，还蛮方便的。
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor.
他刚才不讲消毒的事，现在才在讲。
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
看我这样都不觉得奇怪。
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and
哇，我
thread,
的手都
Doctor.
血。
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Yes, I know. You are true to your reputation, Dr. Reed.
竟然还是没救，
Dedicated
可
and
是这个应该是
precise.
选择对。
No one could have done more.
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
现在这个应该是比较好。就是不知道那个说你有更好的建议吗？那个没有影响。
I doubt you're here to test my... I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
他怎么忽然这么凶啊？在终止敲诈事件的，这是犯罪，你不能再继续下去了。这三个不是在讲一样的事情吗？但我怎么知道选哪个？
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
因为看人家有钱，就这样敲诈别人吧。
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even...
什么？我要穿去哪？大家在说什么？对。
Speak English. They depend on me
我
for
现在是
everything.
吸血鬼啊！
So, the end justifies the
大家安
means.
安啊。
Is that your defense?
下班了辛苦啊！
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
但是我就会玩侏罗纪公园的。放过我可以不闻不问，但你必须魅惑，你会忘记这一切。血涌。我们要吃掉它吗？还是要魅惑？还是要放过？大家觉得要选哪一个？对啊，这个好难哦。不是，我不太能理解他所谓的你。给他一个不是啦，绝对不是吧？你会忘记这一切？那他还会继续骗人吗？他只是忘记。我觉得放过他一定不会想要啊。还是我们吃了他啦？要吗？这么好的机会。但他好像也没什么错，他就是敲诈别人，然后，但是他应该是敲诈别人，然后为了救这边的人。吃啦，哪都吃，还没吃过啦，没吃。我觉得这个选项太，他的结果太没办法想象了。忘记这一切的概念是什么？所以我应该选这两个。但它是一个锁住的选项诶，所以感觉选它好像不错诶。没有这个下面这个血涌就是简单来讲就是吃掉它，我有更多的经验可以提升我的能力而已，但是它就是会死掉。上面两个就是基本上就是后面的说明的。我觉得，对，我觉得啦。这个选项锁住一定有它锁住的道理，大家觉得怎么样？我们就选这个。它既然有可能会锁住，那它一定有它的道理。怎么样？我是这样推理的，还是我们要吃掉它？但我 OK。
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
晒。哇，我魅惑等级提升了。哇哦！我刚刚没看好，我看成主角有催生的能力，我想说，炸下你在说什么？哇哦！看错了。哦，哎，选这个不错哎，果然。哦，游戏还是要玩多一点的。
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
不可以色。他有2000经验呢，什么都忘了。再见。我的。
one stinks already.
It's a leech! Over there!
有可能是会不会其实就是刚刚我们成功，就是步骤都对，然后就可以。等一下哦。应该是，我想应该是。对啊。哦，你好。一样吗？你好。哇，病人都被他们弄死了。大家传的什么东西？
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Watch out, lads! It's a leech! Mind his teeth!
好吃。好了，不要再拿那个女杖。回个奈，回个奈。好吃，好吃。
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Hey,还没。啊，看起来就是我要靠这边的选项的魅惑。 也就是说，我选项要选对，然后去创造这个魅惑，然后我就可以去魅惑更多人。OK， 这边状态严重是这样。他不是有说这里就是疾病很多，但是类似这个意思。啊。 这边人都有这个啊，都很不健康啊。我可能要拿一些药过来这边。好，然后感冒跟支气管炎。这不能快速移动，其实有点。啊，走这。这个没有问过。
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
看来我们
Blue is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole.
Someday you'll understand.
那你怎么在翻垃圾桶？
Wasted. What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened. Who are you?
I'm Dr.
你
Reed,
嘴巴上面都是血。
and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
这人问题。
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just frayed me last nerve.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... Well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
调查任务成功。
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Worse than a week-old lavvy.
下面有好多老鼠。
Not me.
先走对的路。我觉得更雾蒙蒙的。来的时候有这么黑吗？哦，原来是我开了我的鹰眼。
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy!
哎呦，吓我一大跳啊！
Burn it, boy! Crush the leech, boys!
我没耐了，就多妈得。有血友，挠他一下。乱点。太多人了吧！ 哎，这个武器好像缺点就是会底下就没有力量。但是它可以让敌人倒地，我就可以吸他。自爆是技能的提升，这个游戏技能其实蛮难提升。就像我刚才说的，就是你要提升的话，你就是要去吃人，要快一点的话。我是有提升的状态的，因为我吃一个人。
Crush the leech, boys! Die, vermin!
对，我有点那个了，只是还没有，只有点1的样子。哎，我奶呀，大哥！哎，一左一右是怎么样？快点打完大只的，他们。应该是越级打怪。你们。哦，咬人那个痛不痛也是点技能，那个点技能太细了。对，还有，没有？去哪里？老鼠。进度到后面，敌人的强度有提升。对啊，所以这个游戏有人就有说啊，就是你只要你如果想要坚持不杀人，你就会玩得比较辛苦啊，因为能力会弱很多。这个屋子我不太理解。大部分的游戏都的确是啊，前面的大概6、7等，现在是。我想我先到医院之后，我们就先休息好了，因为会点了。我们就上床，点个技能，然后休息。
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. I cannot enter.
I always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
还是我们点一招那个半危险。这个怎么样？不脑爆炸，还是绝技？我觉得 然后刚刚说的伤害在这里啊，不要点群体的签啊，真的很贵啊，真的要2000，这就是我一方面在逼你杀人啊，所以这个一定要信，一太需要了。然后治疗，所以我们要治疗还是要伤害啊？只能选一个，加10%治疗，或者是加150%伤害，只加5%，还加50%。两个感觉都很需要欸。那你目前就伤害好了，好，啊，差不多，这好了。有人失踪了。刚刚那区基本上1半以上的人都有病了，还有偏头痛、支气管炎啊，个人有头。看我们办法找到他。他们真的有病吗？我没有骗人，我没有骗人呢。
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Damn. The pain.
他如果找人可以更快速就好。有个未知的，可能不知道去哪里了，被乱射。
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
好，那我们把他问完之后，我们就先休息。那已经1点了。
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
医生变当铺老板，不要这样说啊！开救护车的也在卖武器啊！看来是一位讲话很直人。
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
上乙分支
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
妹妹，我们的妹妹。
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
办账的
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
决定
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
哦，一个很有智慧的人呢。
Please show me what you have.
Of course.
他卖鸦片，就是一些药品嘛。
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart.
堆尸体。哎，这里又有一个未知哎，看到未知我不想放过。他可能是因为太聪明了，所以才选择放弃当医生。位置，那个位哦。哦，那个酒。
So lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation.
他在那了，我把药给他。
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher.
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No, nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about is their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
哦，这个不要我猜吧，你被埋了。童年病的罪恶感，可能是这个吧，应该不可能是埋了。童年吧，被埋了。
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm, had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
我哪知道啊？我想幽闭恐惧症第一个想到的不是就是童年阴影之类的吗？所以嘞，被埋了。大绝是哪个？对，我们还有机会。这是哪个？觉得被埋了很瞎不确定。好啦，我们就选战争阴影嘛，最有可能的啦。也是最烂的人。哇！哇，一波 K 啊！天哪！开士兵。好。那个手牵手要去哪里？
It's locked.
好了，别吵了，别等他们出来了。啊，他们出来了。 偷偷跑进来，哎，不能跑进去，还不能偷跑，哎。
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you want to talk?
No.
An irrational fear like...
Well, Doctor, take...
Perhaps you would...
Are you joking?
哎，不行了，不行了。
Do you want to...
No.
And
well, Doctor, take again.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child.
Are you joking?
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
为什么？这里还不能存档，他怎么会自己存档
Good evening.
Eve.
Do you need medical?
Don't.
I will see. Goodbye.
我这么辛苦的独当，独当。
Hello again, Mr.
I'm eternal.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2
要
dead
先跟他
soldiers.
对话啦，哦。
And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my
他有
ears,
讲啦
with， fingers, lips. I couldn't move.
后悔
Couldn't
莫
call
及
for。help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France.
我那时候就应该先跟他对
Stuck
话
together
了，
ever
没
since.
事拿药给他干嘛？
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel
什
an
么
assault,
蒙蔽了
especially
我
at
的
night.
双眼？
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
因为他这里在
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
提示
Take care of yourself.
是战场的原因，就变
This city is more peaceful without the bombs, but no less
好
dangerous.
吧。那我们今天先到这。哎，不错不错啊。
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
好，那我就先休息啦。